player. But I think what we need to talk about is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Because the dialogue needs to be open now. Like, I was on a thing where, you know, Aubameyang's form was due to him playing as a touchline winger. You know, he's playing way too out wide. He needs to be as an inside forward. He played a couple games as an inside forward, again, not really showing too much. So I'm like, you know what? Like the rest of the fan base, chuck him up top. You know, that's his position. He's guaranteed goals there. And he's played the last 2 games as the starting striker for Arsenal FC, and it's not even like, don't get it twisted, he's starving. We're not creating nothing, as we just addressed then in the previous point. But he had more than enough chances to at least get on the score sheet once yesterday.
Literally.
This guy, he doesn't. I'm not like vilifying him, because I feel like even if he does go on his poor run of form, I thank him for what he's done. You know, this is his first ever poor run of form, and as I said on my tweet, Arsenal should never have been this heavily reliant on him.
Exactly.
For this exact reason.
That is it. That's the exact point I put in your comments the other day. Is that maybe he is in a bad run of form. You can't deny that. I will talk about maybe why in a minute, but the rest of the team has not drastically got worse or drastically improved. People saying, "Oh, he's playing in the same team, same players behind him, this and that." Aubameyang was making those players, if anything, look 10 times better than anyone else. Was making them players look 10 times better because he was 10 times better than everyone else. He was the shine, and I don't know why people are forgetting this. Like, he wasn't some like. He was literally. We were saying ourselves he was clear of the team. Now he's somewhat come down to their level. It's like, oh, where's he gone? Why is he not being extremely better than everyone else anymore? I'm not saying that he should not have been scoring goals. I'm not saying that we're not excusing him by any means. Yeah. But it's highlighting, if anything, how reliant we were on him, and we're obviously becoming reliant on someone like Gabriel now. But obviously he's in a 2-man position effectively, so he can't do everything by himself. But
literally, Aubameyang was our source for. He was at one point our source for assists, our source for goals, source for everything. You know, it was chuck it to Aubameyang on the left, cut in, going out right. When it's working, cool. But the moment it stops working, it looks awful, because he's the only guy getting the goals. And I'm like, if Arsenal had any ambitions to, you know, challenge and be a top side, they never rely on this. As I said, we don't even have any creators in the side, let alone multiple goal getters. Like, up top, it's a star fest, and that's another reason. I don't know, because I don't want to excuse Aubameyang for this form, because me personally, I feel like he's actually in worse form than Lacazette. It's just Lacazette is the more easier player to meme. Obviously, Aubameyang done much more the previous season, so there's a lot of reasons to let Aubameyang's one slide. But if we say the cold-hearted truth, like, Aubameyang has been worse than Lacazette this season, and that should not be hidden by any way, shape, or form, in my opinion.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just thinking, do I even prefer Aubameyang in the middle?
I'm going to give him 2 more games, because I feel like just 2 games, that the last 2 games that he's played, I guess it's slightly unfair to just judge him on those 2 games, although, you know, he is on poor form in that. But give him 2 more games, maybe 3 more games. We got, I believe the run of games, is Tottenham, like Everton, Brighton, Burnley. Like,
you know what, you think before if you were to tell me like a schedule or fixture, I think cool, win, draw, lose. Honestly, I can't.
Yes,
it doesn't matter if it's home. If it was at home, a higher chance of winning. If it was away, bit of a lower chance of winning.
Like,
form, it doesn't matter about form, anything.
Brighton statistically have the worst home record in the Premier League in 2020. They haven't won consecutive games since November last year. It's not looking good.
The last time we beat Brighton, I think the last time we beat Brighton was
we lost.
Sanchez,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, their form.
17.
When I deep it, man, I think Arsenal are actually the only team Brighton have beat at home this year in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But I was saying that, like, because of that poor run of form, it's like you can't even come into confidence looking at that, thinking, all right, cool, because our game against Brighton coming up is away. But it's like, can you even look at that with confidence? Can you say, yeah, like, they're on this dire form and we're coming up? Can you really say it with your chest? Boy.
No. But yeah,
back to Aubameyang. Yeah, like, he's hit poor. And it's since he signed the contract, I don't know. I don't want to say that he secured the bag and dipped, but it's looking like that.
It seems too perfect. And I would 100% understand that, because even just naturally, like, your bit of ambition is gone. And because in this part of the season especially, you're not really fighting towards anything.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, definitely. Like, I would say yesterday was his worst performance. You could arguably say it's his worst performance in an Arsenal shirt. Definitely his worst performance this season, because he actually had chances.
Yeah.
Like, there's been many times where he would just not have a shot full stop, and it'd just be a thing where he's ghosted, quote unquote. But he actually had many chances where it was crossed into him, where it was put on I wouldn't say put on a plate, but a chance he should be putting away when he was in last season's form, for example.
But you know, what's the point of putting a ball in? How did you see? Oh, Jay, before I move on from Bammy, I just want to say that you can tell the confidence is nil, because you know when you're a striker and you're moving out on the wing,
yeah,
and you're drifting to get out of the action. Anyway, enough about him. Hopefully he can turn it around.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, overall, it's not looking good for Arsenal. You know, first.